everyone, I'm Omar Allibhoy and I want to show you how to make a wonderful green paella. It's my version actually of the world famous green juice. So come and take a look at the ingredients before we start. We have plenty of green vegetables. It can be actually anything, you know. Peas are not here, artichokes, I can think of a million other veg. But the ones we have are spring onions, courgette, this is the green part of the stems of the broccoli, some spinach, some chopped parsley, some thyme as well, very aromatic, a bit of salt, some sweet smoked paprika from Spain, good extra virgin olive oil, a vegetable stock, some blitzed tomatoes, chopped garlic, and of course saffron. To cook the paella, the most important thing, we need a paella pan, very wide. And I explain in other of my videos a bit more about the paella pans and the fire itself. But if you look underneath, I'm cooking this paella on the open fire today. Actually, I'm using a bit of charcoal and a bit of wood, which I will show you later on. So first, make sure your paella pan is flat and pour as much olive oil as necessary. And this is going to give you an indication of the angle of the pan. Obviously you can change it later, but it's easier if you do it from the beginning. Take a look, it's inclined into that area. I think like that is a bit more center. So a good and generous amount of extra virgin olive oil. And first, I'm going to start with sort of the hardest ingredients, which into the mix here is the spring onion. Okay, take a look, which I roughly chopped. Paella, it's about adding layers of flavor, and that's why we need to add the hardest ingredients first. And there is another ingredient which I'm not going to have in the pan all the way through, because it will disintegrate and it will crumble and it won't give a nice color, which is the broccoli itself. So first of all, I'm just going to add it into the pan. I'm going to fry it a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is set it aside, and I will add it very much at the end, and this way we'll keep all the nutritious bits of it, good color and good texture. Broccoli's been frying for no more than 3-4 minutes. You can see it's still undercooked, completely green. So I'm just going to set it on the side. The spring onion is been here for about 6 minutes, and I'm going to add now the chopped stem of the broccoli, which is pretty hard, and the courgette. Take a look. Very generous on the bit. The courgette and the stem of the broccoli has been frying for 3 minutes. You can see it's a bit happier. The heat is just frying quite gently. And now, because I don't want them to get too much color, I'm going to add the garlic, which is finely chopped, and I'm going to fry for about 30 seconds before I add my paprika. Just make sure you stir the ingredients properly. That will help for the garlic to fry evenly, as it tends to become a bit of a paste unless you do it. Lovely garlic aroma, you can see. The next ingredient is the paprika, which can only be in the pan by itself for about, again, 15 seconds. So straight away, after a little bit of a fry, you can see what a wonderful color it's getting. I'm going to add the tomato, which this will stop it from actually browning. There you go. Tomato has been frying for 1.5 minutes approximately. And when do you know when it's frying, when it's not? When it actually starts splitting from the oil and you can clearly see the oil and a few bits of tomato, which is about now. And you think I've been probably very generous with the oil, but I just need a decent amount of it. So now I'm going to add the rice, 1/2 kilogram, which I didn't introduce before. I completely forgot about it. The most important ingredient, the rice. What will be of a paella without it? And as well, I'm going to add the salt. A very important point in here. Very generous, okay? But you adjust it depending on your liking, and as well if you have any health conditions or your blood pressure, if you need a bit less, just don't use it. So give it a good stir for all the grains of rice to sear. This will give a very nice texture. And this is the only thing that I cannot tell you on the recipe, because it comes down to the amount of heat, how wide your paella is, the amount of ingredients which is inside, and only practice will tell you. But hopefully through the videos you will be able to figure it out as you experience it in your own home. But for now, what I added is 4 liters 4 liters for 500 grams of rice. So that's about 8 times the volume, but only because I'm cooking it on the open flame, which the heat is super intense. If you were doing it on your burner, probably you'll use half the amount of stock. Take a look at this fire, really intense, coming out of the sides of the pan, bubbling very intensely. You can see this is a bubble you cannot have when cooking on the normal burner. And this amount of heat will only be here for no more than 5 minutes, and then we'll just cook it slowly. Completely burnt out, it's red hot inside, and you can see that the heat has lowered down and it's kind of slowly simmering. Hopefully you can hear it. This paella has been cooking for almost 9 minutes now. I'm gonna have a little taste just in case it needs a bit of extra seasoning. Actually, I should have done that maybe 3-4 minutes ago, but it's absolutely perfect, so it's not the case. And now I'm going to add my fried broccoli. Take a look. So I'm just going to spread it sort of around the paella. You can see I haven't stirred the paella at all. They need very little stirring actually. And now I'm going to add a bit of this lovely spinach and plenty of the parsley. I'm gonna give it a little shake just for the spinach to wilt and cook inside the stock, and we're gonna let it cook again for just a few more minutes. Scatter a few sprigs purely for aroma, just all around it. In some areas actually, what they do, and this is a lovely trick, is they burn the sprigs with the charcoal and they put it over the top. That's enough. Now be patient and wait for the last 4 minutes. Time is up and paella is ready. Come closer and take a look. Stock has been completely absorbed. Rice is perfectly cooked, you can see by the texture, and the veg are full of color, full of vibrancy. I hope you enjoy this recipe. It's vegetarian, it's vegan, and it's super healthy. Whether you like meat or not, I think you will really like the flavor of this paella. Anyway, come back to the channel for more recipes, and see you again soon. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, share it and subscribe.